guys, welcome back to Risk Talk with Siobhan and Siobhan. We have a guest. We have two guests. One is in the cut.
Hi.
Honeycomb Hideout.
Honeycomb Hideout.
Sasha, very surprised. And then of course we have Southern Belle, which is Sakira.
We call her Southern Belle.
Yes, you'll know.
Our Southern Belle. That's what we call her.
Yes.
Yo, this drink, we started off with wine.
We started off with wine.
And then
She had the nerve to come in here with a cocktail. And now my face is numb. No, seriously.
I'm good.
Cocktails by Lisa.
Cocktails by Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh my God.
If you watched our previous episodes, you know that Cocktails by Lisa has nothing to do with why Siobhan is nice. Okay? So, in the that she tried to blame it on Lisa, it's not Lisa, it's her.
No, it's not. Just the drinks.
Yes, feeling nice. 2022 is about feeling nice.
I'm so nice.
Set the mood.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
We're talking about
Oh my gosh.
dating people, dating toxic people.
No, attracting.
Attracting.
Lord, see, this is. I'm putting this shit down.
All right,
There
put
we
it down. There you go.
Yes,
God
'cause
is good.
I
Let me
was
get
all
the round
right
of
last
applause and back.
episode. Sheesh. I can't drink no more. So this topic for this episode is why we attract toxic situations. Everybody got quiet.
Yeah.
How about this? I'll read this to y'all and y'all feed off, right?
All right.
So why do I always attract toxic guys? You have a hard time leaving things alone. You think of yourself as a great problem solver, but that often means overstepping boundaries and causing havoc in your relationships. Toxic people find you attractive because, much as they do with the pleaser, they take advantage of your good nature and desire to help. That is good.
This bitch like helping motherfuckers.
That is good. What y'all think?
You too.
I think that is an excellent point. I do believe I
You have good energy, so you attract
I don't want no
them.
Build-A-Bears.
my energy attracts a lot of toxic men. I'm more of the
I know why I attract toxic people, but go ahead.
my upbringing has a lot to do with why I attract toxic men. In certain areas of my life, I think that I'm trying to fill a void, something that I was missing in my life. I'm not going to elaborate too much on it because, like I said, the next episode we will have a therapist on. So maybe we'll get a little in depth into that. But I do believe that I do attract toxic men. I like to help. And sometimes I can enable men with all the helping that I do. And I mean well, you know? And I'm trying to be like a fixer-upper, you know? But who's
You
fixing
flipping
me?
homes? You flipping
I'm
niggas?
flipping these niggas.
You need to be flipping niggas instead of.
But through all the help, when I help them and get them ready, they leave.
Yeah. You build it. Listen.
That's what she just said. You build.
I'm not.
They're leaving. So
Listen,
it's just like,
we
if
leave
I'm
and
doing
build
all the
Bears
helping and I'm
alone.
getting it
Right.
ready, who's helping me?
Where's that therapist at? Hold on, let me
Right.
call
Call
him.
the therapist.
No, for real. Like, who's helping me? I'm doing everything that I think is right. I'm all for it with helping everybody because I've all had this motto: today's me, tomorrow is you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You have to help yourself first instead of helping these guys. That's why we need a therapist.
Overall, I help people, you know, and then anything that I do, like I said, I do it from the kindness of my heart. But then in the back end, I'll be like, who's helping Siobhan?
You got
So you have to be selfish.
And I'm learning to be selfish in 2022. It took a long time to be selfish, but I don't want to be selfish to the wrong people. You know, just saying I'm being selfish to everyone now on, because that's just me. I just like to help people, you know?
But you have to guard your heart as well.
You're right. Protect your heart at all times. So is it true to say
Hand over
that
heart.
no more helping?
No, nigga.
No.
Ooh.
You see,
No. You could help.
You can help,
assist,
right? You can assist.
But
Just assist now more than helping.
yeah.
Just be mindful of what I'm doing, or
Yes. Because you're just packaging him up and just
Handing them over.
to the next woman.
Right. You can say bitch.
it's risk talk. Talk at your own risk.
Say bitch.
No. For the next woman.
For the next woman.
I've been there. I've done that, and I was okay with the situation with me packaging him up for the next woman.
You was okay with it after the fact.
After the fact, of
Okay,
course,
let's be clear.
because I was over it at that point. So it was just like, you know what? I'm making him better for you, and it's okay now because I'm done. I'm done.
See, this is what happens when you join with someone who their cup is not full. People cups that are not full, they're still working on them.
So was my cup supposed to be to the top?
So basically, you're pouring from a full glass and they're pouring from an empty glass.
Right. You're draining yourself. They're takers. I call them takers.
Oh my God, I'm drained. I'm tired.
It's a new year.
It is a new year.
I'm very
you.
tired.
Do you feel that you attract toxic men? And why?
I feel like I'm on a hot seat.
No, I got the question next.
I feel in the past I have. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
We're not going to reveal too much.
Yeah.
But just speaking from experience, like me personally, I feel that
I don't think. Sorry to cut you off. I don't think that we know that we are attracting toxic men. We
Right.
just,
No.
you know, everyone, man, woman, everyone's putting up this persona.
right.
You know, and you're like,
False
wow, you
mask.
tell. Exactly. Everyone's wearing a false mask. You're like, oh my gosh, I think he's the one. Because, you know, you're older.
Right.
You're, you know,
Being straight up with what you want.
right.
Up front.
So we don't think that these men are toxic. You know, it's just once after the 3-4 months come down, it's like,
Everything is revealed. And the false mask is off.
right.
What you do?
So in 3 months, if something is revealed in 3 months, that's enough time for you to be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but then, right.
So well, you want to say 3 months, or is it because it's 3 months and you like him? So you're trying to figure out ways to help him.
right, because you're thinking
What are you thinking?
he may be the one, and he may need a little help, you know?
That's the problem, though.
Everyone needs help.
Nah.
We even need help.
I ain't helping motherfuckers. Fuck that.
But
I'm not doing no help. Yeah, I know the liquor's kicking in because I ain't helping.
Listen, I ain't no anime over here.
No, when I mean helping, meaning like I feel that a relationship can only work when someone knows their purpose with themselves and they're happy with themselves and they have wholeness with themselves. You know, if I meet somebody and I'm whole and he's not whole and he's still trying to figure shit out, a lot of times when men go through a stage of figuring shit out and they get them shit together, they end up leaving. Or you end up having issues or arguments because right now I'm in another place in my life and you're not there where I need you to be. We're not on the same plateau. Like a lot of times that be the reason. So me personally, I feel that I need someone who have a sense of wholeness with themselves and have an idea or purpose where they're going in life or understand their purpose.
Do you think some men play victim when they're going through whatever they're going through and they feel that you're not there for them like they think you should be?
And that's toxic.
That's toxic.
You're
and
a toxic
they're
individual.
immature
Yes.
emotionally.
Because that's a you problem. You got to figure that shit out.
A you problem and a you situation.
Exactly. You got to figure that out. I can't help you figure, and that's where women go wrong. Oh, I'm going to help you figure it out. Oh, you can't get a job. I'm going to see your resume. I'm going to connect you
God.
to the
That was
person
definitely
that
me.
can get you the job. And then the nigga don't go on an interview, and you be like, well, what the fuck is going on? No, nigga, he got to figure that. That's his path. He has to figure out his path. That's not my job.
Do you think that it can be the way if you women are financially stable and they're coming into the relationship and they're thinking you guys are a little bit too much for them because they're not ready for you financially
I'm
or
not attracting
physically
those type of men.
or
Then
or
it ain't
emotionally?
going to work.
You don't know that those are.
Cut it out.
I'm talking to Southern Belle. Right, okay, cool. Hold on.
Southern Belle here.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm going to take
They
a sip of the drink.
don't know. You don't know that in the beginning. So what they
don't
meeting
have
you,
coins?
they
Because I'm not attracting those that.
but they don't know that what you're attracted to.
Oh, they
just
would
see
know.
They just see a pretty face. Like what At what point would they know? The second or third date?
A lot of times they know by the physical, how you look, what you want.
I think
Some men think that they're up to par, so you can't assume for all men. Okay. Some men, it don't take too much for a girl to get themselves together. Women don't have to work too hard to get themselves together.
No,
they
know what they have to do.
It's really easy for us. It's just taking the time to do it. So at that point, second or third date.
no. So first date.
Wow.
First date about what? What I missed? First date,
Lisa.
I missed that.
Knowing if these men are toxic, knowing if these men are not what you want.
No.
The first date?
Did she say that question?
Probably did.
I don't think you said.
But what did I say? Let's reiterate what I said.
No,
the question.
No,
Yeah.
I think you didn't say that.
Well,
with
what did I say,
Being
baby?
toxic. You was
saying something else.
Yeah,
Your phone need to be on silent.
I'm sorry. Is it between vibrating? So I'm gonna let that go.
It's in between the legs.
So I'm gonna let that.
I can't.
I'm gonna go ahead and let that marinate in there. This is my phone. So
That shit sound like a beat.
yeah, it ain't the flower, but this'll do.
I got my flower.
Good, congratulations.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. The next topic.
So you're staying away from toxic men.
No, I don't think I don't think someone has a billboard behind them
Yeah, there's
saying,
no red
"Hey,
flags
I'm
on
toxic."
top of it.
You know,
Yeah.
I think after a while, you don't figure out that a
There
person
are
is
plenty
toxic.
red flags. Let me know when you guys want me to read them off.
Okay, yes.
I don't feel
We'll
that.
let you know. Go ahead.
I don't feel that you know that a person is toxic until you get to really know them until maybe 3-4 months down the line.
Yeah.
Do you think 3 or 4 months is enough for you to just say, you know what, I can help him? 3 or 4 months is early in the stage. That's enough for me
you
to
can
be like,
learn a
oh,
lot.
Why?
Yeah.
Why
right?
do you?
Why to stick around in 3 or 4 months if there's a lot of red flags? I can walk away from 3 to 4 months.
No,
But sometimes you don't get it until then.
yeah.
So if in the event that you got something within 3 to 4 months, is that enough for you to walk away?
No, I feel like a first instance, you're like, that was really whack of him or
Right, based
her.
on their behavior.
Right. And then you may, think about it or talk it amongst your friends, like your girlfriends, and be like, yo, he did X, Y, and Z, da 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 da. What's your take, whatever. But then if you start seeing maybe a second or a third,
It's consistent. Then it's just like an eyebrow raise. Like what
it's
the fuck?
like, who you think you handling?
So would you say within 5 or 6 months you can walk away like, all right, cool, this is not for me?
Yeah, if you're strong enough, you may not be that
people are
strong
not.
to walk away. You might feel like at this instance in my life, this is the only thing, or no guys is checking for me that's on his caliber, or,
Is that considered settling?
some people settle.
Yeah,
Let's
some
be
people
real.
don't. But I think we need to identify some red flags. So we're gonna have our moderator in the back, Sasha Fierce.
That she needs to.
She's gonna read some red flags for us.
So here are a couple of red flags. They're manipulative. They take more than they give, right? Their apologies aren't sincere. They don't listen to you. They make you feel bad. They are self-defeating and they abuse their power, right? So here you have 2 different ladies, Siobhan and
Kara.
Sakira.
Sakira.
Sakira. It's me. I'm retarded. I know Sakira though. I know. Siobhan and Sakira, right?
It's the drink. She finished us.
No, it's not the drink. I drink bottles, girl. Stop.
Ooh, she's alcoholic.
Here's 2 different personalities, right? Where you have one that's very catering, which is Siobhan, like, oh my God, I really want to help. And then Sakira is more confident, like more like, I'm not attracting those, right? Like she's kind of laying it out.
Oh, no,
right?
no.
Like
I've
the
had
law
my
of attraction.
share of toxic men.
Right, but you identify and move on, right? Like you've identified that they're toxic, and you're like, look, by the second, third date, it's like where Siobhan now, she still has that caring, open heart, like,
Willing to help.
he's a good guy, he just needs help. He's a good guy, I could help him. And she doesn't mind helping him because she does okay. So what might seem something big to some others, she's like, oh, I'll do that. That's no problem. I'll help you. But
what
she's
about
being
me?
kind.
I'll talk about you right now.
Yeah, we didn't get to you yet. So she's being kind, right? But those are red flags that you have to look out for. Like me personally, I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me, right? So when you come to me with
I feel
all
the
of
same
your
way.
list of things that you have going, I'm like, if you need me, you're gonna gravitate towards me, right? Decent looking women, decent looking job. We all have our own place. Like, why not, right? It's
Right.
like, why wouldn't we get a good, decent guy? But want instead of need. That's my motto. But go ahead,
Want
Siobhan.
instead of need. No, I wanted you to tell me what is it that I attract.
So you didn't answer the question. You never answered it fully. So Siobhan and Sakira answered it, but you didn't answer it.
Oh, the why I attract toxic people. Oh,
Why do you think?
All right, I think I had this conversation with you earlier.
Yeah, but not live.
All right, so I feel I attract. All right, I think majority of the individuals. Hold on, I think she's trying to get your attention. Yeah. All right, so I think a lot of, for us on the set, a lot of people grew up with a one-parent home, right? One parent, mother, not a father in their household. Or maybe for a short period of time and daddy left, right? That normally happens. I think with me, growing up in that situation, growing up with just my mom, I feel that I've always attract the opposite of sex as far as validation, attention, not having a male figure in the home. So growing up, I realized I've been attracting men that are emotionally unavailable. Aloof men that mystery, don't give too much, not really around, come and go. It's like a mystery. Oh, why I ain't hear from blah, 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 So I think that was my issue. But I identified that early growing up. Me personally, I feel that I identified that early. So when I see it now in my 40s, it's just like, oh, that's how you want to act? I'm pulling away. So I do my best not to be attracted to that type of individual. And then a lot of times when you do things like that, like when you reflect and you have an understanding your issues and your freaking traumas, you know what to eliminate, and a lot of times you end up single based on those things because it's like
Reporting to you live, single.
So that's how I feel. Like the minute I see shit like that or certain behaviors that's not consistently, like they're not consistent, I'm like, X out. I can't do that. Because I know what it feels like to have that void or not have that validation, that male figure. You know what I mean? So it's just like if you being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I don't want it. It affects people differently. So I could speak for others. Some people, they attract it, they want it, they don't understand it, why he's ignoring me. I'm the opposite. If you're not reciprocating, I'm Xing you out. I waste no time.
We know that.
Anyway.
Finish him.
But that's from experience. Like I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not. I'm just
Do
not
you have
gonna do it.
patience? And the bell goes on.
I hate you, bitch.
Just-
So hold on. I'm very selective about my patience.
Okay, that's fair.
I know what to give patience to.
You've learned
I've learned over the years. So when you tell me
over the months.
No, over the years. It's been a while. I've learned over time what to give patience to. So I have patience for my kids. Sometimes I really don't. As a parent, you don't have patience with certain things. It's like, do it, clean it. What are you doing? Do this, whatever. But you are more understanding because they don't get it, right? But for adults, my patience are very thin, especially when it comes to a relationship. Because if we're not communicating or having understanding of what the issue is, and you don't understand or comprehend, that's when my patience run thin.
Okay, say for instance, you live with your mate.
Okay.
Okay? You tell him Tuesdays and Thursdays. Garbage needs to be taken out.
Okay.
Tuesdays comes,
But
garbage
then,
never met the front yard.
but a man who's living in a household, a manly man, you shouldn't even have to ask him. I'm not telling no grown ass man like I'm his mother. These are your chores. I'm not split.
It's
no.
not chores. It's just, listen, babes, Tuesdays and Thursdays, the garbage come out.
Right.
It's not a chore.
Do.
It's just something that we know the men take garbage out, right?
Right.
We was raised like that. So, babe, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the garbage trying to be out. So just make sure, when you clean the kitchen on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then the garbage needs to be placed out. He doesn't do it. He forgets. He falls asleep. He's watching the game. He's talking on the phone. He's drinking. Whatever it is, he misses it. How do you respond on Wednesday morning when you know the garbage is still in here?
Wrapping the garbage up and putting it on his lap if he's sitting on the chair. I'm wrapping the motherfucking garbage up if he's sitting on the recliner chair and it's going to be right in his motherfucking face.
So, what do you do?
And I won't say nothing.
What do? You done said a lot. You done wrapped it up.
That's right.
What do you do?
And he's home and he didn't. Well,
No, he works just like you work. You guys are both working. You're both active within the household. You guys are both doing things. Cool. Tuesdays and Thursdays, babes. Garbage. He forgot Tuesday. Here's Wednesday. Made it fell asleep right here with the garbage just like this.
Garbage right there on his lap.
Forgot.
I'm gonna be like, take that motherfucking trash out.
Right,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
You bum ass fucking nigga. The fuck?
Oh, you gonna say all of that?
I mean,
You're not gonna take it the first time. You're not gonna take it into consideration. Well, you know.
No.
I'm just asking. I'm asking.
You hear this shit?
I'm asking. Do you think because you was raised so independently?
And that's the problem. This is why we talk about toxic situations. You have to keep in mind, a lot of mothers enable these boys. They don't know the responsibilities to take care of a home or clean up behind themselves, wash dishes, chores. They don't know these things.
That's why I believe it's good for a man when he moves out his mother house to live by himself.
so
To not live with a woman.
Men don't learn.
So for me, my father has always been a part of my life. So when I look at my father and how, he would travel and commute 2 hours to work, 2 hours back, he would go food shopping. It's a certain type of,
Right.
like a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Because I've been drinking.
She had one sip.
This drink is strong.
It's a
Type
certain
of
level.
man.
It's a level of like how a man is supposed to treat a household that,
Right, exactly.
And, growing up, your parents always want you to do better than how you were raised or live better than how you were raised. So as a man, my father was a provider. So, not be dependent. My parents didn't instill to depend on a man, but certain qualities like that should just be taken out the trash. No.
But him teaching you that not to depend on a man, you don't think that affects you now in life?
Not so. I mean, man. I mean, you got to have your own coinage, right? Don't be. I mean,
You got to be clear on the coinage.
Oh, coinage means your own, money. But, yeah, like, sis, you know.
No, I get it. But no, I think based on how you raised in your household has a lot to do with how you address your relationships and your friendships too.
And your tone and how you talk.
Yeah, your tone,
and
how
your
you treat
demeanor
men.
and stuff like that.
Has a lot to do with it. If you think
and your
about
patience.
it with some men, so if you think about it, a man who was raised in a house where a mother is very critical, about what you don't do this right, a lot of times that young boy grows up looking for validation from women. Validation is, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong?
So you feel like he'll
being
be
critical, right, about
not
what
confident.
they do. They're not confident. A lot of times those men look for women who are competent and accomplish a lot in life. And they like, oh, I want a strong woman, blah, 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 a masculine woman. But they really can't handle that. Some men can't. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say a lot of times it has a lot to do with your childhood trauma. And people don't realize when you attract certain toxic situations, it has a lot to do with your trajectory in your past, on how you were raised, or how you interact with your mother, or how you interact with your father, who was had an importance in your life, or how did they treat you. You know, what was the severity of your relationship? Was it a strained relationship? That has a lot to do with how you treat your mate to this day. And people don't realize that because motherfuckers don't go to therapy.
I like to be in control. And when people used to tell me that, I didn't understand it. I get it now. I do everything. Not because I want to, because it needs to be done when I want it to be done. So I don't ask. I just do it.
Do you feel like you have control issues?
Yeah, I do. Because if I sit there and say to my child, wash the dishes, I'm expecting her to get the fuck up immediately, expeditiously, and do them now. Within 5 minutes, if it's not done, it's done already. And she'll walk in and be like, "Mom, you asked me to do it." "Yeah, you didn't do it when I asked you to do it, like right now. So I want you to stop everything that you're doing and do what I asked you to do." I'm not giving you time or room for anything. I'm learning that now.
But that's any parent.
It's bad because within a relationships, hey, could you do this? Okay, cool.
Fuck a relationship.
If it's not done,
it's what you're projecting on the kid.
Yes, it's just
because I would leave the dishes in the fucking sink. I come in this house when Paige was living with me, and it was her and Amir. I would call, make sure them dishes is clean before I come in the house. I come in the house, them dishes ain't motherfucking clean. I'm not touching them. I will walk out the fucking house and sit in the fucking car until them dishes is clean. You gonna learn your fucking responsibility.
Now I'm learning
you have
that.
to clean because you know why? They carry that shit over in their adult life.
Yes. So that I am learning, especially with my son. Clean your bed. Make it better when you get up. Oh, I'm gonna get back in it. I don't care. If you sleep in it in about 7 more hours, make it up now.
But don't you find this interesting how you in the beginning of the segment you said I love to help men, like, you know, I'm tired of it, right. They're toxic. And then when you're talking about men, you correlate men with kids, right? Like you started talking about your son and how you asked your son to do this, and now we're talking about children, right?
Right.
It's like a direct correlation between men and kids.
Because it starts from the beginning.
Yeah,
but these men, it's how you were raised.
No, but the way how you attack the situation or how you raise your kids is different than your expectations with men. Totally different. And I heard it, but Sasha said it.
That was the old Siobhan.
I don't know.
You're very lenient with the men.
I'm lenient with everybody.
But it start with us. That's why I keep bringing it back to childhood. If you notice, I'm trying to redirect it because how we were raised and how we raise our kids, it starts from there. We can't expect certain shit if we ain't raising our kids a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I teach my son, do the laundry. He does his laundry on his own. I teach him how to cook. You're gonna fucking cook. You're going to have to learn how to cook. You go out there, you shove this. He was out there shoveling the snow today, putting the salt down. You're going to learn.
I'm learning now. I'm going to
learn because you know why? I don't want you to get older and you meet women and they be like, who the fuck was your mother? You lazy motherfucker.
No, I am learning now. And I'm teaching. I don't want that. And I'm teaching my son a lot now. You have to do for yourself. You know? I taught my daughter everything.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We so hard on the girls.
Because I don't want them to be dependent on no.
But that's
you're right.
But you know why? That's a defense mechanism.
Yes, it is.
We were raised black, strong women, independency. You fend for ourselves. That's the era the baby bloomers raised us.
You're right.
That's how we learn, right? And then now it's just like, I don't want our kids to struggle. No, this nigga gonna struggle. You see how he saw Raymond walked in? You got new sneakers. Yeah, nigga, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for sneakers. Nothing come easy. I'm not handing nothing to you. And it's sad. If you need to know, listen, I ain't got it. I have to give tax people $6,000 a day and pay fucking mortgage, nigga. You know how when we were growing up, our parents didn't. No, nothing. We didn't know shit. They didn't disclose anything about their struggle. We was drinking sugar water and fucking peanut butter and jelly.
She was drinking sugar water.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I've tried it.
I was. I had Franks and beans and all that.
No. Rice and beans. I still love that to that day.
But I made sugar water on my own.
Come.
They didn't want to buy soda. I
it.
got sugar and I got water. And if anybody watching this shit, they're gonna know sugar water was really good.
It was. I've tried it. I've tried everything. You know,
And we
like
didn't
I said,
have it bad.
I
didn't
had
grow up on
a
a
great
struggle.
upbringing, but I've tried it all.
My grandmother was strict. My grandmother worked in Wall Street. She came home 8, 9 o'clock every fucking day, Monday through Friday. And if them dishes wasn't clean, she threw them dishes in the motherfucking out the window. Y'all didn't want to wash dishes? They're going out the window. She didn't play that.
She used to throw it out the window?
She really did. We would drink out of Hellman's jars. Sorry, Ma. She's gonna be mad at this video, but I remember. But we weren't struggling. It's just that she
Teaching
was
you.
strict.
Right.
She was. You're gonna get it together. You're gonna keep a clean house. I don't want no dishes in the sink. This is what it is. You know. So yeah, that's what it was. I'm gonna put this drink down. I know I'm gonna get a call next week.
I'm getting a lot better when it comes to my son.
Everybody you was drinking out of
and his upbringing. As far as
we wasn't struggling.
He does chores. He don't do chores. I'm dragging it, but he makes the bed up, and you have to clean it behind yourself.
I think we need to get back on topic.
Yes, we do.
Because we talk about kids too much.
Right.
So that's it. It's over.
But no, we need to be a little mindful about attracting,
dating in our 40s.
We did that already.
Yeah, you was
You missed that.
You missed first episode.
Yeah.
So since you're in your 40s, how's dating? She wants to reiterate back.
We missed that.
You missed that.
You missed that. That was.
How's dating going for you?
Um,
Would you like to say your age, or you would like to withhold it?
No, I'm 41.
Okay, great. She's 41.
She's not proud of her age.
I'm proud of my age, but I'm 8 months older than her.
She never wants to disclose
I'm 41.
how old she is.
I'm good.
You looking at me like,
As long as I don't look it.
But you gotta be honest. We do not look 41
great.
or 42.
I was 41 last year. Year before, maybe.
Telling my age again.
A long time ago, I was 41. I'll be 43 this year. I said it. Oh my God.
It's fine.
I'm okay with it. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not saying my age after this no more. And I can understand when you used to ask your parents how old they were when you were younger, and they would say, never tell a woman's age.
I mean, I
old
could
school.
care less.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
This for JJ ain't 41. Oh.
You did.
Reporting live from VJJ.
Let's see what it do.
My bad. I'm sorry. See? That shit is the truth syrup. It is.
So how do you think you're going to prevent from attracting toxic men? Do
Continue
you think
therapy.
therapy?
Everybody needs therapy. Am I right?
So when you think that they're toxic, at what point do you say, you know what, you need to step back? So maybe they need to help themselves or better themselves or go to therapy and stuff like that.
I don't feel like when you're dealing with a toxic person, I feel like if you're really invested in that person and you come back and you do a little self reflection on, I mean, in a relationship, I feel like you should look in a positive in a relationship. I mean, the outcome of the relationship. But I don't feel that, sorry.
It's the alcohol.
Yes.
You don't feel what?
Now you know how we feel.
That
when we
one
sit here
drink.
drinking.
I'm not a drinker. But what was the question again?
We forgot. Niggas, nobody can land a plane today.
They in America. These American Airlines.
Nobody can land a plane today.
No.
But you look at the positive side of things and don't expect the negative.
No, but I don't feel that if you don't go to therapy, I think if you're invested in that person, I don't feel that you're just like, I think you're just like, well, dag, what the hell happened? Like, was this man really toxic? Like, I was really in a toxic whole situation.
Don't know certain
Or the signs, the red flags.
And what to look for and the meaning of those things. So, for example, we're going to talk about narcissists in our next episode, we're going to have a therapist come on.
Yes.
Because a narcissist, people use that very loosely.
Yeah.
Loosely.
Yeah, they just like, oh, he's a narcissist, but do you really know what a narcissist is?
Because there's
there's
covert
different
narcissists,
types.
right?
Yeah,
Covert
there's
and
different types.
overt
Right.
narcissists.
And you have to be aware of those type of behaviors, but that's not the only disorder. There's other things. You know, you could talk about gaslighting. You could talk about love bombing, you know, and why they do these things. There's a lot of shit that people don't pay attention to, and they just be like, oh, take things as face value.
So you think they're not
And
paying
that shit don't
attention
work out for you.
to it because they're getting older and they just like, it is what it is?
No, they're just not educated. It's the resources. They
Not
don't
being
know.
educated and not having the resources. You ladies,
No,
right
I
now,
think it's
right now,
resources to
today is
And experience, too.
experience.
right now, today,
And you got
moving
YouTube
forward
University.
today, because today is January 7th, the 15th, 6th, 17th. Moving forward from January 17th, are you guys going to date toxic men? And if you do run into some men
I
that
don't
are
feel like
toxic, if you do, in the event you do run into some men that are toxic,
If you get red flags.
if you get red flags, how long into the relationship you're gonna say, you know what, enough is enough? You're gonna say 3 months, 4 months, all right?
No, I don't
5
think. I
months?
think
Because red flags can be presented to you very early on in. It's just what you fail to see, or what the signs that you may want to ignore. It can not necessarily mean you ladies. It could just mean I'm lonely. I'm gonna deal with it.
No,
I don't want to be alone. I'm not saying you guys, but some women are thinking like that.
But see, that's the first thing. Let's be clear.
no. I feel like when you're in your 40s, is certain things that you're not tolerating as when you're in your 30s
You're
or
not
20s.
accepted
Because
to
you
certain
have
things.
you have higher demands and expectations
Okay.
that I'm not settling for X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
So when you encounter a toxic man,
A lot of times you're not aware of the behavior.
right?
that's the
Because
problem.
everyone is having this this false mask. And, it might be certain situations that a person may do. And you're like, I dealt with a narcissist. It's, no. It's not even like a funny situation.
No,
like,
it's
it's not
scary.
even like a joking,
It
like,
really is.
like, because you be so invested in, narcissists come in a different array of men. Not like American Psycho type of crazy person. No, because that's what I, thought.
what you-
But there's a lot of
yeah, in the
successful
beginning, you
men
think.
that are narcissists. Where you're like, okay, on paper, they're this, but then it's why is this person single?
But a lot of times they're raised by narcissists.
Or they might have
Or had incidents in their life where
Right.
they became that.
right. Yeah.
And they're not even aware. That's the crazy thing. A lot of times they don't even know.
Wow, interesting.
They don't even know that
You
they're
never
a
dated a
narcissist.
narcissist.
I don't
Let me
think she ever knew.
Yeah.
because they try to triangleize the situation.
Yes.
Bye.
But there's so many. I don't think we have enough time to go down the line of all the red flags to beware of people that try to manipulate you or controlling issues, or there's different behaviors.
Gonna mind fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that, please. That's a trigger. That's a trigger for me. That has to do with love bombing.
Oh yes.
A lot of people would. I don't.
They'll
even
be
wanna
like,
talk
"You're
about
the
it.
one."
Yeah, man.
They
They'll show
might
you all
slow
this
dance with you,
love
like
and
say hi, wave to the
send you
camera,
flowers and tell you
oh
look
yeah,
great, baby, and whatever, treat you like you the queen that you are, and then you be like, no, I don't want that. What are you talking about?
Well, that's the thing. You have to learn to separate actions from words, right? And
But you got
no.
But that's the thing.
They do it both.
They doing
You
both.
gotta be mindful of the ones that are consistent.
Because-
on their
yeah, I was gonna say
actions
that. Yeah, I was gonna say
and
that.
still tell you,
They're doing both.
Yep.
I don't want a relationship, and that's fucked up.
They're doing
Because
both.
those are the ones that you're not even aware of. They could do everything in their motherfucking power, and they could be consistent about their love for you and everything. Genuinely just show it, and you just like, oh, okay. Especially if you're an individual that your love language
That's
is act on
gaslighting.
service. Thank you. Gaslighting.
Yeah. And
What's broke that?
I might drink y'all drinks. Don't get me started. We still tape.
There's a lot. There's a lot of.
No, because that irks me.
It's a lot of different energies. It's just
I
it's
don't
a lot
like that.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
And it happens because when you're going through your 20s and your 30s, and when men are not consistent about what they want, you know how to handle them, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, he's not consistent. Brush him off, right?
I don't think that's what it is.
I feel like when you're in your 20s, it's just
I'm not
growing
focusing,
pain.
but I'm
right.
just saying, like, the stages of dating and being in relationships, you go through a growing pain in your life where it's like you learn how to react to certain situations, but at the same time, you've never been told if someone's consistent.
What do you think, Sasha?
Oh,
that they don't want what you want.
So, there's different eras of dating, right? 20s, 30s, 40s. Is a reason why there are a lot of 40-year-old single women, and that's emotional intelligence, right?
I talked about
so
that
we're a
in
lot
the episodes.
right. So we're a lot smarter. We know what we want, and you don't have to deal with it. And that doesn't come from a space of I have a great job and I have a great place. It comes from a space of self-love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, when you deal with these guys that hurt you, right? When you get older, you don't have to deal with that type of pain. Like, whoa, I'm not putting myself through that. I'm not putting myself through sleepless nights. Where in your 20s, you didn't know any better, right? You weren't as smarter. Is a reason why most of us have been in very long-term relationships in our 20s. We were young.
Yeah,
We don't
we
see
were,
the type of things that we see now, right? And when it comes to toxic men, it's like, you're right, you don't know. But toxic men can also be narcissists, like you said. And narcissists are great on paper, but also remember, narcissists like women that handle business, right? And it's a challenge for them.
No, I feel like narcissists go after
And beautiful women.
No, it's not even have to deal with beauty and whatever. I feel like narcissists, they seek out a certain type of woman, a strong woman.
Yes.
They don't go after a weak woman. They go after a strong woman to break them down.
I think that was you getting to that point.
Yeah. Narcissists do like to break women down because it's the challenge for them. Right. But, narcissist men can be toxic men, but not all toxic men are narcissists.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I said people use it so loosely because not all men are narcissists.
Right. Not all men are narcissists. Like that's so, like you said, the word gets tossed around so freely, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, all right, this guy really called me a lot in the beginning and now he doesn't. Okay, he was gaslighting, right? Like, we got to pay attention to a lot more signs. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to toxic men, you can't just say, it's the man is toxic. It's like you're attracting a toxic man, right? So you got to help yourself first.
Right.
And you got to clean your energy, and you got to, like you said, therapy, whatever else you require from a man. But toxic, it's us too, right? We can't just say, they're toxic. It's like, every guy I date is toxic. Wait a minute, something's up with me.
So that was my thing. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because we have to identify why we're attracted to those type of men. And a lot of times it has to do with childhood trauma. And these are questions I came up with, conversational, to start a question to identify why we attract toxic men. So for example, what does the person do to you to make you feel bad about yourself? It could be what you don't do. So it's like, I know that sounds a little weird, but why are you attracted to that individual? And what is it that they do that makes you so intriguing? To me, I felt that can not project, but it can go back to your trajectory of your childhood, like your relationship with your parent. Like, which one of the bad parent that you had a hard time with, and why you felt that you have a hard time with that relationship with that particular parent, and how do you react to that? Because you got to keep in mind, triggers are like objects, right? So objects and people. So you could go back into a childhood, like certain things. Like, I can trigger my mom's freaking perfume. Carolina Herrera. It used to make me sick. It's a trigger for me. Sorry, Mom, but nothing to that. But I'm just saying, like, When I smell that certain scent, it brings me back to where I was 12 years old and where I was at 12 years old. So there's certain objects or situations that you experience now as an adult that triggers you to your childhood. And that's where we need to identify, why is that triggering me back here? What was my relationship with my mother or my father? What attracted me? So, for example, I could bring it back to where I said, I didn't have a father in the household, right? I was yearning for attention, right? And I felt abandoned maybe when I was young. So, growing up, dating men, I was always attracted to mystery guys or aloof guys or men that weren't emotionally available. Why am I triggered to these? Why am I attracted to these motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? So I feel that certain situations in your life, like, we're all toxic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not. It's not just the men. Mm-hmm. Women are toxic too. We got to keep in mind. That's why when we talked about dating at 40, like, all right, I feel that we should not pursue men. We shouldn't display masculine behavior. That's displaying.
But I feel like dating in your 40s, I think it has to do with culture. Honestly, look at the songs that's being played. Look at the features. Like we grew up in an era where songs was different. So the narrative was
different,
finding love, and so that's what we really want. We want,
like I said in the last episode, old fashioned. I'm old fashioned.
But we
I'm
don't
traditional.
have that now. That's why when I said we got to stay in our lane, we got to identify our lane, stay in our lane. We think, we 41, we have the obligation to date the son and the father. We had this conversation.
Sasha. I mean, yes, you do.
No, we really don't. We really don't.
Why you say that?
Because you have to date. There are the young ones who are not really that mature to display what we need. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could sit here and say, we could date young, but a lot of times we are not on the same playing field. We don't value relationships the same way.
We don't value the same things.
We don't handle certain
and we're dating for a purpose at a certain age, and they're not.
Right.
They're just having fun.
Because my thing is, at this age, we're very outspoken about what we want.
Yes.
We should be. And we should be outspoken about our boundaries and what we're not tolerating and what we will accept, right? But a lot of times when us as women, if we're on that playing field and we date younger guys, these younger guys don't have the same morals as us. Or they don't have the
same
whole
ones.
concept of dating as us, of being communicative or being outspoken about what they want or what they're trying to achieve. Or a lot of times they don't do that. So it's just like, what? We in limbo? Are we speaking the same language?
So I think we're all like very similar in age, and what Sakira is saying is like we still had the love aspect of it because we still had toxic. Don't forget, like, City Girls and Cardi B, and we had the original Cardi B, right? I mean, Little Kim.
We did.
We had Little Kim, right? And I always say this, like, my daughter's 15, she listens to certain music. It's like, oh my God, I'm like, girl, we listen to worse.
Right.
Don't let me play back Little
Foxy
Kim.
And,
right? But
I used
the
to
difference.
Be scared.
Right. Now I throw lips to the excuse
Handle it like a real man.
I think the difference.
Can we get off the?
No.
Take it in the bar.
No, the difference back then was that we didn't really have social media, you know, and we didn't have
Love
everything
was
at
more
our
sacred.
fingertips. Right. We didn't have everything. Right.
We had, we had the beepers, we had the phone, like,
communication. Remember, texting is the worst way to communicate, right? Okay, send a quick message, but how many guys have you dated that text you all day? You could even have a whole full-blown argument conversation. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to say it that way. You know what I mean?
Look,
I don't like texting, like I said in the last episode.
You could be in a relationship and men could be living a whole double life.
Right. Because text messages can be misinterpreted to something whole.
Social media and text messages.
But this is what I'm saying.
I like to pick up the phone.
Remember, we come from the era where it was still live communication, where, you went somewhere to meet somebody. You just didn't see their picture, right? Or if somebody wanted to see you, they planned somewhere to go. It wasn't just like, oh, FaceTime me and text me all day. We didn't have that.
No, we didn't.
So, you need communication in order to flourish any friendship or relationship or anything. You have to communicate, and that's kind of dwindling and dying down, So
Why though?
Why is what?
Why is it dwindling down? It's like chivalry's dead.
I mean, also
No, I
remember,
don't think chivalry is dead.
I don't
I
think
feel
chivalry
like
is
I
dead.
feel like there's men out there. I feel like what you may experience from, let's say, Troy or whatever.
Troy?
I'm just thinking
just
of
hypothetically
freaking
speaking.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
So, what you might experience from Troy, Siobhan may not get that person that you might have experienced.
Right,
She might get
right.
the good parts of
Yes.
Troy. You know what I'm saying?
You got them ready. You build them up for me.
Right.
right, you package them and you send them
Yes.
off. You just didn't send them off priority.
No. Because right about now, I got RTS people trying to come back. Ain't no return to senders over here. Once you out, you out.
Oh, God. It's Mercury retrograde. I want it to be over.
I don't know.
I'm sick of it.
Because you've been having.
No, yeah, the past comes back.
I don't know what's to
They
come.
reach out. I'm sick of it.
I'm okay with me. I'm happy with me, but I do not want to grow old alone.
No, don't put that out. In the
I'm not putting that
universe.
out there. I'm just saying what I don't want.
Don't say what you. I mean,
Yeah,
if
don't
it,
say what you don't want, 'cause the
we're
God
not
will
going to
hand it right to
manifest
you.
that, right? No.
Okay.
Just
about to
prepare
call me
yourself, and let
I
me tell
just-
you,
you
the
gotta
right
get-
man. God is preparing the right man for you.
I just need him to prepare quick enough for my knees to be right. Because I want to be like, because back in the days, if you'd have came to me a little earlier,
You hear this?
yeah, what happened? So what? A little earlier, I could have did a little Megan on you. Now I can't do it.
But I think you have to put yourself out there.
You
I
always say that.
Like, seriously.
Like, first of all, her page is private.
her page is private. She only posts face, and guys feel like if you only post your face, that
I'm
means
fat.
you're
What
fat
else?
chick.
And you're not fat.
And she's not fat. So,
Right.
She
don't
has
like
so many
attention,
stipulations.
that's
My
why.
kids follow me. I don't want to,
Right.
Girl, bye.
Shut up,
Put
Sierra.
them on mute. Have a family page and have a, body page. I mean,
I'm very shy, so I will never have a.
you're really not shy.
To you guys, around you guys.
She
Yes.
talks about.
I think she's
All the
very
time.
she's very loving, kind, and good hearted.
That's why I always tell her she needs an older man.
Yeah.
Ain't shit
No. She needs an older man. She has an old soul. She needs a. You do have an old soul, don't she?
She was. I'm surprised she didn't play Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah, it's coming next, so.
She needs an older, mature guy who's still young at heart.
Yes.
Not
That's what you need.
You don't want no. You want a guy who already been there, done that, and he will
ready to
see
have
it
a good
like
time.
a nice little PYT right here.
Okay.
Who like I don't think it's nothing in there, sis.
Right.
I'm good.
Um,
Lisa's good.
I told
Who's
you.
Lisa?
The drink.
She's been drinking too much.
So
So I think
time will tell.
Yeah, and when you say I keep attracting toxic men, that's a you thing, not a toxic man thing, right?
Right,
So it's
exactly.
two totally different topics. Why do I attract them and then toxic men, right? So in order to kind of stop, you got to really work on you, and it doesn't mean like it's all this.
I feel like everyone has some toxicity
Right,
that
to them,
they
right.
may not even know that they're bringing to them. She might have been hurt from a guy, a past relationship, and she may not know that she's bringing that hurt into this new relationship. Like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that,
Right.
And he's like, look,
That's
I'm just trying to.
That's why they recommend everyone to heal. Every relationship, you should always heal in time to yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't because they don't want to be alone. So they jump from one relationship
I mean,
to the next.
see, that's a you thing, right? If you're uncomfortable
become toxic.
being alone, right? That's a you thing. Like you
Right.
can't be by yourself, or you rather deal with someone that you know is using you for whatever it is, right?
Well,
than
I
to
think
be
that's
single.
more of codependency.
Yeah, that's codependent. Like why?
But it's
why?
still toxic.
But that's a you thing. You're accepting the
Right,
toxic
and that
behavior.
means that person is toxic. If that was my issue, I'm a toxic individual.
But you're accepting it, so you're also a toxic individual.
No,
it's-
but
it's both parties.
I don't feel that no one walks around and be like, hey, I'm toxic, or she may know this person is toxic. You're just basically giving everyone like, hey, this person's cool, like, you know, this person.
But that's the problem. People don't,
But you don't
identify, and they don't realize that they are, and they don't realize that they need help or seek help or try to heal. That's the problem. And what we do, we think we are right, and we move on to the next situation, and we're bringing past trauma, past issues from relationships to the next situation. And this is why sometimes relationships don't work. Because you don't even know why shit don't work. You just be like,
It's like no.
and everybody has their own issue. I'm toxic, and a nigga could be toxic too. How the fuck two toxic people can get it together?
That's a love language.
That has not been created.
But there goes the thing. Maybe you were meant to meet one another, but not be with one another.
Right, but here's the thing, and you're
True.
right. Everyone makes a point, but everyone needs therapy.
No, I don't feel like. I mean,
do.
yes. No.
I really
Yes,
feel
I've had therapy.
everybody needs
And,
therapy.
No.
It works for me.
I'm not
Therapy
saying.
when you're sitting there talking to them, because I had one, and she's like, "Yeah, girlfriend, da da da." No, bitch, I need you to tell me what the fuck's wrong with me.
I've had
I need
therapy.
to know why I'm attracting
and,
this.
It worked for me. It really, really did. It helped me through whatever I needed to get through at that particular point.
But we're talking about relationships.
Have
you ever went to
Yes.
therapy with a guy?
No, I haven't.
Son's father.
I'm not talking about what you may have your inner child. Everyone has inner
I
child
didn't seek
trauma.
therapy until after, years after
Man, I've been
I
doing
broken up
therapy
within
since
my relationship.
2010.
So that's something that I wanted to heal for me. You know, it was some things that I needed to do for me. So I went to therapy after the relationship was like 3 to 4 years in over. Like I just needed to go for me. Now I've never been to therapy within a relationship because that was unheard of then.
Yeah.
Well, I went
Therapy
in
is more,
20.
especially in the Black community, it's more accepting now.
If in the event I do get in a relationship and there's some triggers and some things that we can't kink out, then I will seek, like, listen, maybe we could get somebody from a different point of stand view, you know, talk to us, you know, see what they say, you know. But right about now, no. I'm in therapy with me.
I did therapy with my son's father. This is before we were breaking up. And I did sessions by myself. He did sessions on his own, and we did sessions together. And during therapy, I realized he had issues and I had issues, right? But the thing that was stopping us to compromise was culture.
Yes.
Culture had a lot to do with it because his viewpoint on what a wife should be or a woman should be in a relationship was different from my perspective.
Being from a Caribbean
Right.
household and being from a Black
American.
Southern
Right.
household.
Totally different. And we could not figure this shit out. And that's when I knew I had to walk away. You know? And the crazy thing was
No compromising.
No.
You
It
compromise a lot.
wasn't
In a
couldn't.
relationship, you have to compromise.
You do, but
You do.
But when it comes to so here's the thing.
We both.
Hold on. Here's
to
the thing.
compromise.
When you're in relationships, and a lot of times, for example, couples or married couple, when they work, they have the same values, right? They
have a common goal.
right. When you don't have a common goal with an individual and you don't have the same values and the culture has a huge effect, it's a disaster. There's no way you could work through that. No fucking way. So I said to myself, we're better off to be separate. There's no way. Because we don't value the same thing.
Well, I feel like going forward in a relationship, I feel like both parties need to do a check-in.
Right.
Twice a month.
What do you mean by the check-in?
A check-in, like, you good? Like, are you happy? Like,
Oh, yes,
am I pleasing you?
Twice a month.
You
Right,
pleasing
yes.
me?
Discuss that. Twice a
know,
month. Have a conversation. What went on? Things that you don't hold nothing back.
Because
Don't
I
hold
think,
nothing in.
right, because I feel like a lot of us, we hold a lot of things in, and then or both parties, we may hold certain things, and then when it, you're internalizing it, and then it starts to get too much, and then you just like, where it could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided.
Twice a month.
You feel like twice a month.
I think twice a month. You have a sit down. Whether we go out, whether we have dinner and drinks, and it's amongst us. Whether we talk about like, yo, it's some things that we need to get off our chest. Some things that made it happen within a month. Some things that made it happen within the week. Some things I didn't agree with. Maybe you could just come forward with, we could have an understanding.
I don't think it has to be so formal, like.
I mean, just like casual conversation without arguing. So twice a month. So I may not tell you twice a month, but I know what I'm gearing at. Yeah,
Right,
this is the talk we gonna have.
For women, some women, we might emasculate a man.
And I don't want to do that.
Like you not doing.
I don't want to do that because then you like I told Siobhan today. We had this conversation earlier. When you start nagging, you start stripping him away from everything that he's supposed to do as a man. So the conversation, I think, it's good for us to have within a relationship to keep the relationship going. Whether you want it or not, we're not having an argument. We're just going to conversate about certain things that went on within a month that went on, Cool conversation, shit like that. Yo, babe, listen, Tuesday and Thursday, I'm not going to keep telling you Tuesday and Thursday. Next time, I'm going to put your dick out on the garbage Tuesday and Thursday, and you're going to throw the garbage out with your dick. You and your dick go out with the garbage. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, the dick go on the garbage?
The garbage go on with the dick. You gonna be like this. Yeah, so you really want to throw the dick away? Listen, I'm gonna need you to throw the garbage away. All right, babe. All right. Like funny situation. I don't want to be like a nag. Like, oh my god,
she need an older guy because he gonna be like,
dick on the garbage. Dick on the garbage. Tie the fucking string around his teeth. Tie the dick. Oh, I gotta pee. Take the garbage out. Go pee. Take the shit the fuck out. Stop playing with me. Stop it.
Yo, I'm done. I'm wrapping this up. I'm done. All right. Thank you for joining. We're talking with Siobhan and Siobhan, our lovely guest, Sakira
and Sasha. Thank you.
Oh my God.
My house.